So very good morning, friends. So I am Soumitra from Packaged Drinking Water Business Channel, and you know that Packaged Drinking Water Business Channel has been consistently creating content for the packaged drinking water industry. So I will just go along with that, and I will try to show the channel. This is the channel actually, and let's see the channel. So this is the channel insights. You can have a look at it. And why I'm showing you, because we have been consistently creating 725 videos, you can see that. And if you click on more, you will know more about the channel and me itself. Okay, so it is 3rd October 2013. So subscriber is fine, views is fine, but more important is there are 725 videos. So every small piece of content we have been creating, and all of these videos are dedicated to informing and educating the packaged drinking water enthusiasts, maybe the business owners. And this whole has been created on a single mission that we want people to create their successful businesses. So you can just go at a leisure and check it. And what is there for today? So today we have decided to have a fresh look at the documents part of it, because why it was not created mainly because the major documents are still the same. They are not much different. Only there is a substantial update from 2024 December onwards, and from 1st of January 2026, now FSSAI is the main battle player here. So we decided with reference to that, what are the internal documentation changes also. So it is not that just a simple one FSSAI license apply and you can do it. It looks very simple at the outset, but the story is a little different. So it is not that it's a threat. It's not a threat. Ultimately, the compliance is always better for you and me. So if we are doing business, we should do in a proper way. I have always seen all the big companies, the multinationals, they always respect the compliances to a great extent, and we should also respect the law. We should respect the compliances. But in the first place, when you are starting any business, so you should know the cost very clearly of this. What is the cost involved in that? And that is the dedication of this channel actually. Whole channel has been created mainly for that. Whole business has been created for that. To educate packaged drinking water upcoming businessman to know the exact hidden and every cost as far as possible quite openly before he starts the business. Okay. So let's check the things one by one. And the most important thing, as you know that, the most important update is, FSSAI. So as you know that FSSAI has taken over from the BIS. So earlier it was BIS only. Okay. BIS is what? Bureau of Indian Standards. So without an ISI license, nobody was able to sell a single bottle in the market for packaged drinking water or packaged natural mineral water. Okay. So we are here broadly talking about the packaged drinking water because maximum number of plants are for the packaged drinking water. Simply because it is produced from the groundwater anywhere. You are taking out all the solids, dissolved solids. Of course, that is not a subject of this video, but still I am telling you. Packaged drinking water is simply taking out the water from ground, removing all the dissolved solids in that, and re-injecting back the solids in the required amount specified by the regulatory. Now this regulatory was earlier the BIS, and now it has been FSSAI. So first it was declared in October 2024 that BIS will not be in the picture, and now still there was for the whole year there was a little eagle in that, and the picture was not clear as far as the testing methods were not cleared. But as it is in SIT, that is scheme of testing in BIS, so same thing has come up with FSSAI also. And in January 2026 this year, FSSAI declared the scheme of testing. Okay, so we also created a special video, okay, on the testing schemes. So just look at it either in the description or in the cards. I must have posted the link for the special video. Okay, so what does it mean? So it means that how many times you need to test the water so that you are assured of the quality, that it is safe for consumption. Simple. I am talking in a very simple layman language. So in BIS kind of thing, it was daily testing. Some tests were 4-hourly tests, some tests were daily tests, some tests were, monthly test, weekly test. Then in addition to that, there were some 6 monthly tests and annual tests. These all tests were, some tests were external labs and some, the internal thing, and you have to upload the report daily on the BIS portal. This was the job. But believe me, if I've been to hundreds of plants, so hardly any plant owner is observed to be doing that. Why? Simple, because it is too much procedure oriented. And was it serving the purpose really? I really don't know, because that is another subject, another video subject. Is it required or not required? But currently understand what are the compliance and what are the documents needed. So in first documents, in FSSAI, you don't need to have a laboratory by yourself, okay, because you are not testing daily. So how the quality is to be assured? So simply monthly you have to keep the tests for certain parameters. The parameters have been designed or decided by the BIS. Almost 14 to 15 parameters are there. Same parameters what BIS was telling, and same test you need to retain with yourself and keep the documents with you. You have to send the samples to the external lab. This external lab has to be NABL accredited, and also the FSSAI, possibly the FSSAI. NABL plus FSSAI is better. If not FSSAI, at least the NABL accredited lab, and they should be accredited test packaged drinking water or packaged natural mineral water. So this is very important. So only those labs. So whenever you are going to labs, take this care. Okay. So this is number one. Then there are some 6 monthly tests as far as the pesticide residues are concerned. And annually again there will be an audit of the plant, compulsory. So this was not earlier in the BIS thing. Audit was not in the case of BIS regularly, but now there will be a compulsory audit. Plus there will be very much random checks. So FSSAI is not asking you what are your documents. They will straight away lift the sample from the market. If they find any discrepancy, they will ask you. Not like the BIS. BIS was telling you to apply the stop marking. Stop marking is what? Stop marking your bottles with BIS mark, ISI mark. So FSSAI is not doing that. FSSAI tells you that you should have a recall procedure. In one of our videos we have mentioned these FSSAI how to things are on our list of there is one paid member channel. So that in that particular thing we have done this with a detailed thing, how to do it, what are the things. But for the subject of this particular video, so there are certain mandatory things for the FSSAI. Though the entry looks very easy. Now coming to the part of the fees, as far as the BIS is concerned and FSSAI is concerned. FSSAI BIS fees was there are categories in BIS now. Okay, earlier the fees was flat 1,25,000, then it came to 1,03,000 for many years. Okay, now recently I checked it. Now they are categorized micro, medium and small industries. So MSME, so micro, small and medium. So micro is in the definition whose plant's investment is below 2.5 CR and the annual turnover is something 5 CR. So small and medium a little bigger than that, but most of us fall in the micro category. So for micro, BIS also has renewed its fees. Okay, it is now 25,000 plus the marking fees or something like that. But still FSSAI has a flat fee. FSSAI does not have a distinction like this. FSSAI says that every time you produce daily at least 2,000 liters, okay, if you sell 2,000 liters, if you produce 2,000 liters per day, your fees for FSSAI is 7,500 rupees plus GST. It comes to something like 8,300 or something like that. But that is a flat fee, even if you have a MSME kind of thing, okay, whatever it is. So this is a major difference, okay. So the fees has gone little down, okay. Second, lab you don't need. So when you don't need lab, you don't need to upload those reports and all that, okay. So this is actually gone. But I will just make a disclaimer here that if you are going to go with some certain bigger brands, they might still insist for ISI license, because recently I spoke to a mentee of us. So he has started a work from a company. That company is giving him the packing contract. So he will be packing for them. Okay. So in that case, they have said that we need the BIS. So for them, that is the BIS is must. So if you incorporate BIS, it will be slightly higher fees than what we have been talking about. Okay. In addition to that, in FSSAI, in light of FSSAI, So now you know that there are many competitors which are coming. You know that Campa Shore has come up with 15 rupees wala bottle. So if you really want to omit the chain of distributors and you have to go to the open market, you have to go to the consumers directly, maybe companies who are buying, maybe shops who are directly buying, okay, maybe the B2C channel. So in this all these cases, your condition of hygiene is very important. So if you want to retain the hygienic condition, and if you want to really compete with the big brands, you also need to be like that, like them. So for that, there are certain other certifications also, like HACCP, you know, HACCP. So this is highly recommended by the BIS. Then you have FSDS. I just forgot the name, forgot the acronym. FSDS, FSMS. So food safety manufacturing systems or something like that. So those things you need to have certifications, and there are more certifications also. You can also consider BIS as your one of the certifications. So it is up to you. But whenever you are going for additional compliances or additional certifications, your costs increase. One is a statutory cost, that is a setup cost, and is the second the annual fees also. They have hefty annual fees. You know, that is also the cost, and the staff who will be taking care of that. So my advice is start with FSSAI, small thing. Maintain your parameters, no doubt. FSSAI is sufficient for current market. And once you grow to a certain level, if you decide to go for franchise model, if you go for bigger model, franchise model definitely brings your fixed costs down and your variable costs increase. That is fine. So transferring your fixed cost to your variable cost, that is the secret of a business. So whatever fixed cost, you know, like if you have own offices at 10 places, if you transfer it to one franchise, one office cost is down. So something thinking like this, like a business owner, so this is going to help you. So this is the first approach towards FSSAI versus ISI. But definitely honoring the hygienic conditions, honoring the compliances is definitely going to be beneficial for you as far as a business is concerned. Okay, so this was the number one point. So second point is second license. I mean, when we are talking about documents and licenses, the second documentation internally. FSSAI, when you go to apply for FSSAI, automatically you will be asked to have some documentation. In that, the second thing will come, which is the pollution board. So pollution board, it was earlier also. Okay, so pollution board has got two things. You know, one is the consent to establish. So before establishment, there are certain conditions. You have to go to the pollution board and you can apply for it. Consent to establish. They issue you consent to establish. That means against these such and such documents, you can start the unit. This is number one. And second is consent to operate. Once your whole thing is done, you have to again go to them and tell them that this is okay. And for this, there is a fee. So now even some cases and some states, pollution board also issues the license for 5 years to 25 years also. I am not very sure. Gemini gave me this data, that's 25 years. I was knowing about 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, they are giving licenses. Is it advisable? It's up to you. So sometimes there are new regulations which come. Sometimes pollution board says that you have to pay additional for that. Sometimes they will say no, in your first license it is included. It's up to you. Now this is as far as the plant starting is concerned. The typical category which the plant belongs to. There are three categories, you know, green, orange and red. So red is where you have to have a license, an NOC definitely. Okay, and green is you don't need an NOC, and the orange is you need an NOC but your effluent is safe. So packaged drinking water mostly comes under the orange category. So there is not a big trouble. But you know, other things with dealing with governments, I need not tell you. These things are still there. Okay. So with this, there is one more thing which has come up, which can be for the plastic recycling. So since you are a plastic producer, they call it as you as a plastic producer. So it is a waste. Plastic producer is a waste producer. Okay. So they call you as a what they call EPR. You should have a EPR. What is that? Extended Producer's Responsibility. So extended producers of what? Extended producers of waste. So you are termed as a waste producer and you should have a policy EPR. Okay. So don't worry, you are not required to have any policy like that because you fall under the MSME. MSME is exempted from that. So anything beyond MSME, they should have a registration with EPR and all that. So we will not talk much about that because that is not a subject of this thing. EPR is actually using some recycled content in your production and all that. Okay. So currently you are not required to do that. But I have heard some places that whatever plastic you are buying from places, those people should have it. That is what you should see. I heard that. I do not trust AI fully. I get the cross verification from the government officials or somewhere. Then I will make a statement on that. So, but still EPR, as we know that government is dumping the rules on small manufacturers also. So suddenly you can find one day that you are also under the EPR. That time you should not be shocked. So be prepared for that. So EPR is also one kind of threat. Yes, we should accept it. It's kind of threat. So EPR license or policy also you might be required to do. This also comes under the pollution. So even if you are not eligible for EPR, you will be rated something, as you know very well. And this is about the pollution department. And there is one more, hidden agenda or hidden thing under the FSSAI. So when you go to the FSSAI license, okay, that time you will see that you need a groundwater clearance. So groundwater clearance means what? Whatever you are extracting from ground, okay, whatever amount of groundwater you are extracting, you have to have an NOC and you have to have paid the charges, okay. So you can just check the video where I'm pointing to. I'm pointing to the video where we have mentioned exactly on the CGWA portal how to check your extraction charges, okay. So this is also one more thing, okay, keep in mind. So this CGWA, this and EPR, these are the special things for which you need to allocate money. So this will also eat up your money, plus it will also eat up your startup time. Somebody had asked me, so how many months should I consider that a factory will start? So I say from idea to the actualization of your unit, you consider 6 to 9 months. Yes, it is still the case, okay. 6 months if you can start it, you are lucky. 9 months you should be ready. So this cost, that cost matters. So whenever you're talking about documents, there are certain other documents also will come into picture, which have not changed over the years. So that is one document is, your Udyam Aadhaar card, then your company formation documents, trademark and all these things are there, okay. So, company formation, then the chemist, microbial, these are standard documents. That is not a great thing. But these were the main things which I wanted to tell you about what the documents are required for starting a project and running a project. So this is a cost element and how it is going to reflect on your cost. So how you are going to absorb it. It's a part of break-even point. So break-even point is what? So break-even point is a point where your sale and purchase matches each other. So profit is zero, but neither profit, neither loss. So this figure you should have with you. So it is like working like a lighthouse. It will always tell you that where the business is going, what I should do, how much I should do. And since the year is ending now, for the whole year, even the existing businessmen also need to calculate their break-even point. So these all points, so when you're starting a plant, I don't say that you should think everything in a cluster, but at least you should be aware of all these things. So what we have done is we have formed a training for this. As you know, on our website you can see the training. So training we have got, people ask us why this 10 days ka training. So these are small subjects, but they make a big impact on the person who is starting the business. So if you are starting the business, you don't know what is APR, you will go to ChatGPT, you will go to, nowadays people go to ChatGPT and talk to them. And you will definitely go and check it. You will come with further questions possible. So how it is going to affect. So ChatGPT, it's a single thing. It's not a group, count them, or you cannot take the opinion one to one. So when you go there, so you will be flooded with questions. So those questions will come, and each day what we are doing is we are conducting the training for 10 days. So in the 10 days ka training, each day we dedicated one subject one day. And broadly, the training is distributed in first week. It will be a more technical outline for a business owner. It is not for a plant operator. Okay. It is not for a plant manager. It is for the business owner. Okay. So owner should know what is his business at the minimum. Okay. And second week is dedicated to financials and the profit making and the commercials of it. So each day one subject. If you are interested, you can just post, either a message or a reply to this YouTube video, and you can join the training. Every month we are conducting trainings. That calendar is on the website. You can check the website here. And yes, one more thing. There is a written script also for this post. So you can see on the screen there is a special post for this packaged drinking water licenses cost. So here you can, some people who are fond of reading slow by slow, so you can, yes, here we have made a comparison also we have given. Okay, then there are certain aspects, other aspects. So they have also been explained. As I was telling you that there is a video. So this is the video which is talking about the CGWA compliance. Okay, so this also you can see. And yes, of course, here we have given the contact details and all that. So all the best, my friends, and start your business early. This new year, Hindu New Year. Best luck. And if you are a subscriber to this channel, stay subscribed and press the bell icon for you not to miss a single video. Thank you so much.